And on the left side of Bridgehead, we're looking at the main base of our Protoss that's up 2-0 in this series. He's representing Jin Air. Give it up for sOs. He's playing so well. I mean, maybe I was wrong, Nate, you know. I'm not afraid to admit it. None of us have been an absolute star this tournament in predicting who is going to win.
I think that really shows the theme of this tournament, though. It has been the madness. It's been the unexpected, surprising the players that are known for being the most solid, the most standard, on point. And that's just, you know, I think it's very fitting. It's the Wild West out here finishing up Heart of the Swarm.
Yep, and how crazy would it be after we just saw Live made it to the semifinals if another previous BlizzCon champion makes it into the semifinals? I mean, imagine a rematch in a potential final between sOs and Live.
The true champion of champions would be decided there, man.
That would actually be, I think that might actually be a dream final for so many people out there.
And it's looking pretty possible now. Live just showed such phenomenal play so far, especially in the round of 16, and coming up here today already against Innovation. But sOs, he does have to close things out here. Rain is the kind of player that can do this. This is not something that he looks at and he says, well, it's all over, you know?
If you're down 0-2 in a PvP series, obviously that's a very, very uncomfortable spot to be in, because PvP can be a vulnerable matchup. You get caught off guard by Dark Templars, the game can end right there. You lose a Mothership Core, you have no Photon Overcharge, the game can end right there against the 3-gate. So it is a very shaky position to be in, but if you're Rain right now, you just gotta forget about that, Nate. You know, just drop everything and just consider this a best of one. This is an interesting build order by sOs. Will most likely be a Stargate, but it could be a Twilight opening as well. You know, oh, actually, maybe it's a 1-gate fast expand. He's done it before on maps like this.
Okay.
Wow, both are doing that?
Core. Okay, so quick expands by both players.
Wow.
We've already seen a little bit of the madness on this map in PvP. We saw a little bit of that already with the Stargate play, and then, well, the untimely demise actually between Parting and sOs in the round of 16.
Now, on almost every other map, if you go 1-gate fast expand, you follow up with a Robo, but Bridgehead is an exception because of the way that the ramps work and the rocks work. There is a good chance that we actually see one of the two, you know, follow this up by a Stargate, and that is a very uncommon and normally very risky play in PvP, but on this map, I've seen it multiple times, and it can be very strong.
Yeah, also important to note, of course, as the series has been progressing, you know, if you disagree with the experts, of course, you've been able to tweet hashtag WCS, who you think will win, hashtag sOs or hashtag Rain. Not too many Rain fans left there, Roddy.
Nah, bandwagoners. All right, 2 extra gates are going down for this Protoss that we were just mentioning. Of course, still representing my insanity. So it's a 1-gate expand into 3-gate. sOs is doing the exact same thing. Neither player has scouted their opponent, but they are playing a mirror image PvP so far, which I find kind of bizarre, because this is not even the most common build on Bridgehead. You know, it's solid, and this is one of those maps where you can get away with this super quick expand without being too risky about, you know, let's say a Stargate opening, or maybe even the super quickest possible 3-gate or super quick blink.
And they both go straight into Robo afterwards, Kev. Just very, very standard, put together, expand at 3-gateway, Robo. Are they just both going to tech up Rush to Colossus too?
It's dead even so far. I mean, you definitely want to get at least an Observer, or maybe it's Immortal Observer or Observer Immortal. Because, you know, if you check the vision of both players, they have seen so little. These are the first scouts that are heading out right now for both of them. Rain is going to send his first Phoenix out, and sOs is sending his first Phoenix out. And I mean, if I was playing this game, I would get a small smile on my face. I'd be like, lol, we're doing the exact same thing. Well, you know, at least we agreed upon this, you know, that this is a good build.
Yeah, it's one of those interesting moments where you get to think back to what those guys in the analysis desk say, of course, which player's going to do each step a couple of seconds faster than the other, where you have to edge out those advantages. And if any of the build order choices will give those advantages. Already we see the first diversion, right? We have the Forge opening up now for sOs, and we have Rain likewise moving into the Twilight Council.
I love how you say already. It's 7 minutes and 10 seconds into the game, and they just like, they're doing something different, guys, you know?
Yeah, it's happening.
So this could mean that sOs is setting himself up very defensively. He wants to focus on the upgrades, while Rain on the other end most likely wants to get Blink Stalkers out and start being a little active. A very early Warp Prism there by sOs. Now, Blink Stalkers are excellent in shutting that down. So Rain is going to find this Forge, and he's really like, all right, so what is going to be, you know, the addition to that?
And that third base is now on the way for Rain.
Actually, only 2 probes on gas for sOs there. I hope he notices that soon. Oh yeah, there we go. Fixed it.
All right. He's got that +1 attack coming in. Rain does have Blink on the way, as you mentioned, Kev. War Prism's about to finish up. The Robotics Bay is coming in. Do you feel does this War Prism have a place here? That pylon spreading by Rain actually looks pretty good on the south side.
I mean, there's always a place for a War Prism in PvP. You can always make something happen with it. He's going to pick up 3 Zealots. Now, there is one trend, and that has been going on throughout this entire series. sOs drops his Robotics Bay way before Rain. And I don't think the same logic applies that we always believed in Wings of Liberty. You know, the guy with the quicker and more Colossus always wins in PvP. That's not necessarily true anymore. But if you don't have quicker Colossus, the ball is in your corner. You need to make plays, and this is an excellent play.
That War Prism gets caught immediately, and it will go down. A huge investment lost. These Zealots, likewise, will also die as Rain. Well, you could say this is the first break he's going to catch in this series.
Yep, he's going to be ahead in army supply. He's going to be ahead in map presence. sOs even cancels his Nexus. Didn't he drop it already?
Yeah, it was on the way, man. It's gone now.
I mean, he went straight into a War Prism, straight into Colossus. He doesn't have Immortal, so it's a very safe play. Maybe it's the right one. I guess it is, because Rain is going to have so much micro potential with his Blink Stalkers that sOs wouldn't have. Now he restarts it before Blink is even... Okay. I don't know, Nate. Take it away.
This game's getting funky, Roddy. That's all I can say. He's got the Big Daddy Colossus out, but it's still quite vulnerable to Blink play.
Yeah.
Rain is way ahead on workers. The only advantage he's going to have is his +1 attack that's done for a little while longer.
If I'm Rain, I wouldn't mind starting to poke here a little bit with my Blink Stalkers. Dark Shrine going down for sOs as well.
Oh, he does! He goes right in for it. He actually gets the Colossus. The Force Fields actually trap all the Zealots and Sentries in here with the Stalkers at the same time. He's going to pick everything off. He has the Blink. All he needs to do is micro.
Yep, he ends up losing a couple Stalkers here, but I still like this very much for Rain. The 2 Sentries there as well. That's Zealot. You can't go there. Another forward Blink. He's going to get another Stalker, and he should be able to get another cancel on this base. And Nate, that is so massive.
Yeah, I don't know what sOs is supposed to do now. The only thing he has on the way is that War Prism in that Dark Shrine.
Okay, yeah, those units were not fighting for a while. Pylon going down now as well. sOs will most likely cancel this Nexus again. You don't want to let a Nexus finish up. That's this low on HP. He's buying time, though. These units are all on this side of the map. That War Prism, you mentioned it, it's making its way to the other side of the map. Cannons are going down for Rain, but how many observers do we have?
That Dark Shrine is going to be done very soon. Barely any observers on the map, though. Like you asked, Kev, that Colossus is here. He loses the cybernetic score, though, so no more Sentries, no more Stalkers either.
I really think Rain should just back off right now. Like, you're on 3 bases. You're super far ahead. You know that you're not going to lose this if anything crazy happens. Like, why keep all your Stalkers here?
Well,
like, this is the only way you can still lose. Oh my god, he doesn't see it yet.
Let's see what happens. 3 Dark Templars stroll into the main base. He blinks into the main of his opponent and grabs the Colossus again, just trading his army here against this Nexus, against these forces. At the same time, those DTs actually caught up on the robotics facility. He's gonna snipe it. The probes are on the run because there is a photon cannon there. He just needs to block it.
He needs to protect this cannon. You know, this is one of the SC2 master missions. You know, hold position with your probes. Protect that cannon at all costs.
He's trying to snipe the main.
Dark Templars will take care of 1 base at least, so you know they're gonna be even in bases. Rain is still ahead in workers, but not by a whole lot.
Where's the observer? Didn't he have 1?
Yeah, but it's on the other side. It's coming back right now, but it's too late.
Okay, loses the main base, and these DTs are gonna run away. Going to work on that Twilight Council now.
And let's not forget, he also lost his robotics facility, so he has to rebuild it. He's rebuilding it right next to 2 cannons.
But is that enough for sOs? He's still just on 2 bases.
It's something, though.
Okay.
I don't know if it's enough, but he's definitely doing some serious damage with this. Look at all this lost mining time, sniping the robotics facility. He bought a lot of time for himself there.
Yeah, so he gets himself a moment to breathe here, perhaps before his last breath, as we have Rain once again trying to step out onto the map.
I mean, you could even say maybe it's more than just buying time. He has 2 Colossus, Nate. Charge is on the way, and how amazing those Blink Stalkers were previously. If these Zealots get charged and there are 2 Colossus, all these Blink Stalkers of Rain, they are not going to be all that amazing anymore. So Rain is going to try to force a fight right now, perhaps when the Colossus count is still low. Very risky. Could work out if he gets a good flank off.
I think this army positioning is pretty risky as well. If Rain moves in quickly enough, he might be able to just get a lot of damage on this Nexus before those Colossi are even there.
Yeah, charge is not done yet. Maybe a forward Blink now. That would be way too risky. Not even Rain is that crazy. 3 Colossus, though?
There's a lot of firepower behind this army. Will Will he commit?
This is very risky what Rain is doing here. He's down 7 army supply, ends up losing a couple stalkers. I think the best thing that Rain could do is just double Robo Colossus.
Yeah, that War Prism is still on the other side of the map as well, looking for an opportunity to jump in. He's going to take a fight in the center of this map with his Zealots without charge, so the Colossi get a couple of shots off him. He's mostly trading out Zealots, not that expensive.
Those Dark Templars completely turned this game upside down. Suddenly, sOs. Oh, okay, that is a very big warp in.
That's 10 Zealots, man. He warps into DT and 2 Zealots to actually block that. That's actually really nice usage of his warp-ins to prevent the Zealots from pathing into that mineral line. The warp is going to try to adjust that spacing. He needs that charge so badly.
Everything is going well for sOs, so that was a brilliant block with his Dark Templar. That was 7, 8, 9, 10 Zealots for Rain, and they achieved...
That was a high-level warp-in, man. Yeah. He blocked it off perfectly. So many more Zealots being warped in. I guess he's getting ready to defend now, but... sOs, you're right. He's flipped this game on its head.
Yep. Now, the only problem for sOs here, he has a lot of army supply still on his side of the map. He has to be a little bit careful. Maybe this is Rain's
He's just going to walk right into the ramp. He walks right into the army. The Zealots do have charge, so he gets those first hits off. And the next wave of reinforcements is on the left side as well.
4 Colossus against 0 Nate. I don't think it matters who you are. You're not supposed to win that anymore.
He's got the ZTs and the Zealots in the main base. Once again, the Stalkers are going to try to run up and blink onto these Colossi. They run safely tucked behind those Zealots as they clean house, even with the DT getting the assists in here. The Stalkers blink up, they grab one of the Colossi, they grab the second Colossi. There's one left, but the army's gone. GG! sOs takes the 3-0 in a fantastic turnaround to sweep the series against Rain.
Phenomenal performance by sOs, absolutely. From game 1, game 2, he was absolutely flawless, I think, on Terraform. And here, game number 3, he showed us, even when he's behind a little bit, even when things don't go his way early on, he has the skills to bring it back. Dark Templars, you know, Nate, it never gets old. When behind, Dark Shrine, the dream is always alive.